Hello, everybody. I'm Zen. Welcome to season 6 of Zoologist Network. This season, Mr. Owl is still sick. But on a positive note, this season I'll be answering a question at the end of the season, which all the episodes will be leading up to. And that question is, what does the fox say? I know. What does the fox say? That's our question. That's the question for the end of the season. And to change things up, we're filming outside. Nice little tree here, which takes us to our next thing. What we're going to talk about in this episode, we're going to be talking about the forest since it's almost World Wildlife Day. Now, the first thing before we get on to anything, let me explain to you what World Wildlife Day is. Now, World Wildlife Day is a day to honor the wildlife in our world, in terms of lions, tigers, and that's why we're talking about the forest today, because you can be a hero of the forest. Now, the first animal we're going to talk about that belongs in the forest is the squirrel. Now, the squirrel is very important as crazy as this sounds. Do you know why? Because squirrels love to eat nuts. And they'll put the nuts in they'll dig the nut up like always, and what they will do is they will grow the trees. They grow all these trees, even this one, just by digging into the ground and planting a seed, just like you can do at home. Another thing about squirrels is squirrels belong to the rodent family. When I say rodent family, I'm talking about mice, rats, porcupines, capybaras, and I'm also talking about guinea pigs and hamsters. Another thing to know about now we're going to start talking about raccoons. Now, raccoons are very smart. They're very smart. They have an IQ. They're known to have the highest evolving intelligence in terms of thinking. Very interesting, right? And also, raccoons have a large array of vocalizations. That means they can even chirp like a bird. But it sounds pretty different. Don't know what it sounds like, but I'll play you one in our raccoon episode, which is happening soon. Now, because we're talking about raccoons, I thought I'd play this song. And we're talking about heroes, right? This song is very, very related to heroes. Like, it's appropriate because talking about World Wildlife Day. Now they have special. Now their hands are like human hands in a way. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Now they have 5 hands. They have five. It looks like human hands. Look. High five. Let me see. High five. So literally means a high five. Get it? High five. Now, they are also nocturnal, which we're going to talk about next episode. There's other nocturnal animals, like there's nighttime, that's what nocturnal means, and then we have what I like to call diurnal. When I say diurnal, I'm talking about animals that come out of the daytime. And then there are also crepuscular animals, which means they come out at sunset, like lions, especially like lions. Which now brings us to the fact that they can survive almost anywhere in the world. They can survive here. They can survive in natural tropical areas. And did you know the average life of raccoons is typically 2 to 3 years in the wild? That's how long they live. And they love it. And another thing about raccoons, they love the city. This is where they're mostly found. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna talk about bears. That's our next question. That's our next animal. Now, there are only 8 species of bear extinct. In other words, still alive today. So we have the polar bear, the largest bear and the largest carnivore, the grizzly bear, the black bear, and we have the panda, and we're talking about the sloth bear, and the smallest, the sloth, and the sun bear is the smallest. Another thing you'd like to know, unlike many mammals, bears can see in color, like in full color. Interesting, right? Very. Now, I'm gonna tell you about that kind of stuff about bears is bears have an excellent sense of smell. Better than dogs or any mammal possible. Way better. Because now a lot of animals rely on their sense of smell because they don't have good eyesight. That's why you'll see a bear stand up on its hind legs. Another thing about bears is that not all polar bears, sorry. A group of bears is called a sloth. And interestingly, Blue is a sloth bear. That's interesting. Now also, out of the only 8 species of bears are the most carnivorous. So we talked about all these nice things about the forest, like these trees, the bears. But what isn't very nice? Wildfires. It only takes one match for a fire to ignite. Wildfires are caused when people are irresponsible and take a match to light their campfire and they don't put it out. And then this happens. And then that happens. The trees catch on fire. You can't breathe. Animals die. Otherwise this squirrel will be on fire. So be careful. We don't want that. The squirrel's walking on fire. So put out your campfires. Stop smoking. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Especially subscribe. And I'll see you next time, where we'll be talking about animal attacks. So until next time, remember, if you don't want wildfires to happen, think about this squirrel being on fire. I'll see you next time in episode 88.